After seeing huge fires attack his hometown twice, a young New Mexican decided he'd had enough of that. So he's now learning to fight wildland fires, going through intense training at a school in Colorado that turns out some of the nation's best. Dean Staley has his story.
Stopping! Bump it in!
Go! Holding, let's go! Yeah, it's cooking my neck right here.
Among the 20 recruits at the Colorado Fire Camp training to become Wild Land Firefighters,
Poor footing, trip hazard.
you'll find young men and women
Squad one.
looking for adventure.
I think we can move on.
Others looking for steady work.
You're definitely getting some preheating on this side.
But for some, like 18-year-old Will Pacheco,
Let's get all this black to black.
learning to fight wildfires is personal.
I remember that was the first major fire I've ever seen. Driving down through my town getting evacuated. It was on my birthday.
Will grew up in Los Alamos. He was just 5 years old when the Cerro Grande fire forced his family and thousands of others out of their town. That fire devoured more than 400 homes. 10 years later, it happened again.
I looked over the mountain and I see a little plume starting, some smoke. And we watched it for a couple hours, and before we know it, we were getting calls on evacuation, and the plume was huge.
Will and his family were forced from their home as the Los Conchas fire threatened the town.
You see trees where the fire was starting, what was going on, seeing our mountains burn down very quickly. Very scary situation.
You gonna check it out?
Any questions?
Sure.
As a wildland firefighter, he expects to stare down even scarier situations.
This is real deal. This ain't, oh, they're just talking about it.
Situations like Yarnell. That monster Arizona fire claimed the lives of 19 hotshot firefighters last year.
Fatality reports for the last 10 years, 30% of fatality-related firefighter deaths, 30% was due to communication problems.
But for Will Pacheco and the other trainees, the danger is part of the draw.
Since I'm young, I want to go out there and see what it's like to be in very life-threatening situations, but where you can actually save lives.
He is taking away more than classroom lessons in wildfire behavior.
Are hotshots doing anything effectively to clear that out?
And field lessons in controlled burns.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, we're moving.
The experience of these guys teaching. They have been in a lot of fires, a lot of big fires nationally, and kind of a sense of who they are.
Go ahead and do it. All right, let go. Just real quick.
They're picking on everybody, and they're fun, but they're smart. And today with the controlled burns, they're being really careful. Can we get a little ice over here?
Just 3 days into the training, 18-year-old Will Pacheco is already sounding like a wildland firefighter.
We are the holding part of the fire crew. We are making sure the fire does not extend out of its perimeter, and to make sure all the stuff burns clean and that there is no fuel left between us.
And he plans to bring that training home to New Mexico.
Growing up in the mountains, hiking with my dog, going out snowboarding at my local mountain, Pajarito, and seeing that get near burnt in the Cerro Grande fire, and then actually part of it burned in the Los Conchas fire. It's been on my mind firefighting in that small town.
At Colorado Fire Camp,
Watch your line.
Dean Staley, KRQE News 13.
Will Pacheco is hoping to get on with a hand crew near Los Alamos this summer. He hopes to be part of a hotshot crew, the prime time guys, by the time he is 19.